What's the, even for a Florida kid, what's the Indiana-Purdue rivalry mean to you?
I mean, it means a lot. Obviously, being here 4 years now, it's the biggest game of the year. Everybody in this whole state gets excited for this game, and we definitely do as well. So there was some excitement this morning in the team meeting, and I think guys are fired up, ready to go.
What would beating Purdue mean to you guys, especially how the season has gone?
Yeah, I mean, it would mean so much. I think, keeping the bucket here would, it kind of turn the tide for our season and the feel of it to finish it off the right way and keep the bucket in Bloomington. I think that would definitely change the vibe of the season right now.
What do you take from this kind of a season as a team captain and a leader and having to, go through something like this where you see, you have big expectations during the season, you see a bunch of injuries?
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously we've lost a lot, but I think we've learned a lot as a team, and I think the leaders on this team have learned how to show up every day regardless of what happened the week before and just prepare the right way and get everybody else mentally ready for the next opponent. Obviously, it's not the easiest thing to do, but I think there's a lot of good players on this team, good teammates who have showed up every week ready to go.
This is a bigger picture question. I imagine you've been asked this before, but being a guy that was kind of overlooked as a high school recruit, why do you think that was?
Why was I overlooked?
Yeah.
You're saying? I think there's a lot of players fall through the cracks just with recruiting and all of that, and maybe don't go to all the camps and get all the stars or whatnot. But I think just having my connection here and the teammates that came up here was a great opportunity for me, and got to play in front of Coach Allen a few games in high school. So he obviously didn't overlook me. I think maybe a few other coaches did, but I didn't always get to show my potential in high school as well. So.
Did you ever were there any moments that you were really discouraged because you weren't getting the looks you wanted?
I kind of expected, I always had it in the back of my mind that I would eventually get an offer regardless of what division or what conference, but there was points when I was discouraged that I wasn't getting more during that process throughout my senior year. Yeah.
When you get to now your senior year, it's been, despite the wins and losses, you've had a great year. A lot of people have noticed, NFL people as well. I mean, it's when you look back to 4 years ago to where you are now, in the progress you've made, you got to be pleased with your journey through these 4 years, don't you?
Yeah, no, I'm honored to be a part of this team, and I'm just grateful for the opportunity to come out and represent a prestigious university like this, and just play with the team that we have, and just the brothers on the field that I have here. So, I'm proud of it, but I think I'm more proud of just the culture change that we've had in this program.
And 9 takeaways in 10 games. Last year you guys were up in the 20s. Any reason or any theory as to why they just haven't come?
Yeah, I mean, there's a combination of a lot of things, but I think the opportunities have been there, and maybe we've missed them in some situations, but I don't think it's a lack of effort by any means, and I think a part of it can also be a little bit of scheme too, can affect that as well. So.
You mentioned that part. Coach Warren mentioned that basically last year was a solid zone division. Basically, you guys always had the eye on the quarterback first off, and there was a lot more man this year. Was that a decision you guys just made beforehand? Do you ultimately feel like there was a trade-off for that? I mean, what was kind of the?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're a little bit more sound defensively, and guys are fitting everything up the right way and communicating, and I think we're not just cutting guys loose on the back end as well. There's man coverage, so guys are turning and running with guys through their zone. But I think he's right. I think last year, it was a lot of zone vision coverage, and guys were able to keep their eyes on the quarterback and jump routes, and which benefited, but it can also hurt as well.
Ryder Anderson last week said pretty much in a season like this, as an individual, you kind of have to look at your why. Why do you keep going and keep pushing? What is that why for you right now?
During this season, I think it's a combination of a few things, but really it comes down to my family and just wanting to put out a proud statement every week and show the type of football player I am, not only to represent the family name on the back of my jersey, but also the team name and the university, and make sure I'm making a statement for all of my coaches and everybody who supports me.
Micah, to follow up on that, the seniors and I know you haven't made a decision on whether or not you're coming back, but for those that are and those that aren't, the relevance of finishing strong for those that are coming back and that will be here next year, how important is that to you as a captain and someone that might not be here next year?
Yeah, no, I think it's very important. Obviously everybody wants to finish their career the right way, and this season, hasn't been the best, but regardless of what happens over the next few months, I think, finishing this game is so important for everybody because it's that last, your final statement of this year. Regardless, this team won't be the same, whatever happens, so this will be the last 2021 game for the Hoosiers, and, we got to go make a statement.
Again, as you said before, you haven't made a decision yet. What's going to go into it for you? When you're sort of thinking
Just obviously there's a few things with the NFL and just where I think I could go and whatnot, but it also comes down to what's going to be the Hoosiers' plan for next season and how this team is going to look and whether I'm going to be a part of that or not.
You said basically one of the things that keeps you going is representing IU. I don't. This is kind of oversimplifying it, but like, why does Indiana mean a lot to you?
Just because, this not only this staff but this school gave me the opportunity to come here and play, and then they trusted me to be the starting middle linebacker, which is very important on a football team, and they trusted me with that, and I've just been honored to be a part of this whole everything that's gone over this whole change throughout the past few years, and it excites me to play for this team.
What have you done to? You mentioned trying to be a better vocal leader, but is there anything besides just like trying to push yourself to speak more? Like what kind of goes into trying to get out of your comfort zone?
Yeah, I think part of it too is just having individual one-on-one relationships with guys on the team and making sure you're talking to somebody that you may not talk to every day. You talking with those guys and encouraging them and making sure you recognize their efforts every day. So I think that's important as well.
You talk about what it's like to play. You talk about what it's like to play next to Cam all these times.
Oh yeah, that's my brother right there. I just really enjoy it. Obviously, we've had a few years together, and I think it's just this year it's all kind of come together for me and him, and just our communication on the field and just how hard we want to play for this team. I truly enjoy waking up every day practicing and getting to playing games with that guy.